this is where I use my disclaimer. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my opinion based on the things I've done for myself. But I started intermittent fasting in 2016 when I was trying to just try different things. I was finding myself. I was trying to be healthy for myself. And a lot of the research that I did on intermittent fasting, again, this is my opinion, was that it helps with menopause. I know, right? I started reading about it at, I was 42, 43, and I started reading about it and I was like, why not? Because we are feeding ourselves 3 meals a day, probably four if you add a snack in there. And your body doesn't have time to just kind of breathe and repair anything that's going on. So I started doing that in 2016, and I kind of do it now. I don't even really think about it, where I will get up, I will have my coffee black. Okay, I'm lying. I don't have it black all the time. I like heavy whipping cream in my coffee, which is something my stepmom started kind of got me into because I come to her house and she's like, try this. And I loved it. I loved it. So it's kind of my treat for the day is to do my coffee and then put a little heavy whipping cream in it. And so that's really not fully fasting. Had I not added the whipping cream, I would be set. Okay. So for me, what I do is I was doing back in 2016 black coffee every morning, and I would not eat anything till noon. And then it was on. I could have whatever I wanted, do whatever I wanted. And then I just had a cutoff time where I couldn't eat at a certain time, which I think is good for everybody because you don't want to like sleep with this full stomach and you're not being active. So I totally felt that that part was definitely a good way to go. So now what I do, and it's not every morning, but most of the mornings, I'll get up, I'll have a cup of coffee, and then I'll put a little heavy whipping cream in it. And then I won't eat again until like 12, 1 o'clock, and then I'll go home and have dinner, and that's it. Like, and I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. You're only hungry when you first start. So I would say after you do it for like 3 weeks, then that hunger goes away. It's just your body being used to something all the time. But once you change that up, and I'm not stuffed. It's like I'm more clear headed when I don't have breakfast. It's like I'm sharper. I'd rather have those meetings right there in the morning, and I'm not full of food and my body's working hard to digest that. I don't know. This is just my own philosophy. I mean, you do what you want to do, but I think because I did that and have been doing that for years, my metabolism changed. And it also changed because now I'm repairing my body. I'm giving it time to breathe. I'm giving it time to work out its issues. And it seems to be working for me. It may not work for you. You should talk to your doctor, absolutely. But I'm happy because I'm here and I don't have any of these things. And I feel like I hope I'm done. Trust me, if I'm not done, I'm going to tell you. Like, we're going to work through this together.